Now time for Shot or No Shot. And it's brought to you by the fine folks over at
ESPN Bet, now live in Illinois. Sign up today. New users get $100 in bonus bets with any sports book bet. We say good morning and welcome back to Shea Bet W
Bet.
for Winger Norland.
Bet.
Good morning. Glad to be back, boys. How we feeling on a Wednesday?
We're awesome, man. All of us in here with, except for Jay Moore. Hope he enjoys his vacation.
You know, Shay, the guy over your shoulder, this Jack, what is it?
Pottinger.
Jack Pottinger.
McGrath.
So this guy, Jack Pottinger.
Jack McGrath.
Yeah, so, who is it?
Jack McGrath.
So this guy over here, Jack, was channeling you doing a Shay Norling impression yesterday. Just trying to just get everything stirred up. We just say, Jack, I understand that Shay programmed you before he left. Just be Jack. That's the problem. He's trying to be you, Shay, and I would just say that you are one of a kind. Let you just be you. Right?
Yeah, like Matt Nagy says, be you.
This guy here over your shoulder is trying to put Chris Sale in the Hall of Fame.
I said he could eventually be a Hall of Famer.
No, you were pretty much like, if he pitches well for 2 more years, he's in.
2 or 3 more years, he wins a couple Cy Youngs.
He's
gonna
35.
make
A couple
the Hall of
Cy
Fame.
Youngs. He's never won one. He's 35. What are you doing?
Shay, go into his compartment and bring Jack's volume down a little bit. Thank you. I know you programmed before you left, but he's haywire a little bit. Just program him. AI Jack is a little bit out of control.
AI Jack's insane.
Yeah, he's not insane. So, Shay, just program him after the show. He's trying to be you, and I'm like, there's only one Shay. Don't do that. You want people to be individualistic when they are in your spot, right? Let them be themselves.
Now I'm just trying to see if I agree with Jack that Chris Sale's a Hall of Famer.
Okay, well, Shay.
He's not. And Chris Sale did an interview.
Here's how it works. If I say Chris Sale and you're not sure, then it's no.
Thank you. And Chris Sale went on Intentional Talk, was it?
Believe so, yeah.
And those guys, you a Hall of Famer? He said, no, I'm not a Hall of Famer.
Even with the standards down, Shay, like there's no more 300 or 250 game winner, that's not a Hall of Famer.
It's going to be tough without the accolades, but his WAR is close.
Yeah.
50 WAR player for his career. If he can get that up to 60, then he hits the baseline.
If Brian Kenny's doing the voting, then no question he's in. With his suspiciously dark hair. Wow. Here's Shay Norland.
All right, I want to ask about the Bears. A couple players have been linked to the Bears via free agency by offshore odds makers. I've heard talk about David Bakhtiari on this show during my time off. Mm-hmm. But the Bears also have the second best odds to land former Defensive Player of the Year cornerback Stephon Gilmore. Gilmore had a good time in Dallas after he won the DPOY award with New England. He's been a high-level player in every secondary that he's been in. But the Bears secondary is the strength of their defense. It's as good as any unit in the league from what we've heard. Led the league in interceptions a year ago. It's
you did
still
see
young.
what PFF ranked it, right?
What did they rank it?
Would they rank the Bears secondary? 21st?
Yes.
Well, the PFF might be a little drunk on that one. You got Jalen Johnson. I like the secondary. We think it's a strength. Shot or no shot, signing Gilmore would make no sense for the Bears.
That's a no shot. Because if you could get good players with the amount of injuries that teams have, to have another good player, if you have the money to be able to do it, do it. I ride with Ryan Poles, man. That guy has earned my trust and faith in him. I am all in on Team Poles.
I think that's a shot that they could sign him, that I would have no problem signing him because of the money situation. What would the contract be? Something like 2 or 3 years, $20 million? I think that fits under their cap, doesn't it? How much more cap room do the Bears
I
have?
think they have in real cash, they call it.
Yeah.
I believe the Bears have $12.5 million left.
Okay. For a flyer, I don't think that's bad for depth. I got no problem with that. The projected market value is about $9 or $10 million a year. Okay.
Chicago Bears space right now. Let's see. Over the cap. What do they got for us?
I like it for depth, Shay. That's the only reason why. He's not going to break the secondary. It's already solid. Why not add a little more?
Oh, okay. Now they have team cap space on over the cap.
Yeah.
$21.5 million. But you do not have deals done yet with Caleb or Roma Dunze.
Mm-hmm.
Which is I don't believe that those guys are slotted in yet. So you still have to get certain guys.
I guess the question is what would be left over if you want to add. Again, Shay, as we well know, the other side of that defensive line is my concern. I want the Bears to have as many pass rushers as possible from the line to get to the quarterback. We saw a lot of that last year toward the back end of the season. When we continue hearing Ngakoue, it has a Bellinger feel to it because it's a name that we know, we're familiar with. It's kind of like
a little bit.
It has that Bellinger feel, like, oh, you got to have him. You got to, okay. Well, I like him to be able to solidify the pass rush. I'm not saying he's going to be all world, but I like to have a little bit more expertise in that spot. And so, go ahead.
Well, I'm with you. That's where I would spend the money. But the problem is the guys you're going to get are guys like Yannick Ngakoue, who are not great players, but you need them because you have a vacancy on the roster. Mm-hmm. Whereas Stephon Gilmore, you're going to get a good to great player if he's at his best. He's old.
Yeah.
But it'll cost a little more, but you're getting a better player.
I would say that's a experience upgrade at that position. And I know who would be for it. It'd be Eberflus. I'm sure. If it's a defensive player,
Dragon Slayer,
he would call him Dragon Slayer. What do you think of that?
Look, if they can add talent, this team has a chance to be really, really good in a really, really tough division. If David Bakhtiari's coming in here and he gives you 10 games, that's a really good depth piece if he's healthy. He says it's the healthiest he's been in multiple years. If that's true, Connor Williams is coming off the ACL at center. He's a really good player. He would have got paid big if he had been healthy.
We turn now to Shay Norling on his thoughts on players being in the best shape of their life. Shay?
My least favorite cliche in sports.
Yeah, but he had surgery.
Everybody's in the best shape of their life every year.
Because I'm with you on this. Like, why were you completely fat and out of shape then if you're now in the best shape of your life is my question.
Because those ribs are good.
But he's coming off of major knee issues that he says he got cleaned up. If that's true and he's feeling a lot better, maybe he's got one last hurrah in him on a team that's going in the right direction, it looks like.
Yeah.
No more Packers.
Yeah, I heard all that about Miguel Cabrera's knee getting cleaned up and being in the best shape of his life for the last 7 years when he was a dead body, too.
Wow.
Just saying.
Here's Shay Norling.
Get to that age, you got knee issues, I'm good. I'm out. All right. I want to ask about the Cubs last night. We talked in the first hour. Cap's youth sports basketball team winning 40-4. The scoreboard operators stopped keeping score. You missed it. It's on the ESPN Chicago app. Mm-hmm. But the Cubs last night did something interesting as well. Up 8-2. Miles Mastrobuoni steals a base. Shot or no shot? This is a bad look.
No shot. It's 8-2 in Baltimore. You got an awful bullpen to this moment. And, by the way, it's 8-2. It's not 14-2. I got no issues with that.
Green light?
Yes.
Well, went on his own.
I don't know about does Craig have certain guys have the green light, but to pick up another run against this bullpen, yeah, I got no problems with that. Now, I will tell you, I was on the air waiting to do the post game. It's late at night. Cubs are playing at Dodger Stadium. Mm-hmm. The late Ron Santo and Tom Brenneman on the call. Mm-hmm. Cubs are up 9-0 in the ninth. Sosa gets a hit. He's on first. He steals second.
Yeah.
9-0. The next pitch hits Mark Grace right in the ribs.
Yep.
95 miles an hour right in the ribs. And Ron Santo, bless his heart, rest in peace, on the air. Good for the Dodgers. That'll knock off that bolt, and said the whole word. What? What did he say? And you hear Tommy just chuckle. Yes. Yes.
And rightfully so.
9-0 in the ninth. A little different for me than 8-2. A little different there. Plus, the Cubs bullpen was horrific.
Shay, I have no problem with it because even the Orioles know about that Cubs bullpen. You need to be able to just get in position because you never know. It's never enough runs with that bullpen for the Cubs. And Mastrobuoni, by the way, that's not a green light from Craig. That's Mastrobuoni saying, look what I'm doing. I'm having a day. Why don't you play me more? I'm better than Morel. Take that.
He's not.
That's what he's saying. By doing, he had a day yesterday, by the way.
Well, the
Mr.
last
Boney.
week, fair is fair. I've been hard on that dude.
Yeah.
Fair is fair. Defensively, he's been magnificent at third.
Gave you a 2 for 3 with a run, two walks, and a stolen base yesterday.
Yeah.
He's saying to Craig, you should play me more. I'm better at third than Morrell. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but what's he hitting going into the game? Like 149?
$1.72. Like, yeah, as the game ended, I know what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. But if you're Miles Mastroboni, you got to show, like, I don't need to be sitting here.
Correct.
I know I'm better glove man than that guy because Morrell's not a third baseman, as I told you in spring training. Like, that's not a third baseman. They're just trying to find a place for him. I'll tell you something else. Morrell also is not a DH. But where are you going to play him?
He came up as a shortstop. Obviously, he's not going to play there because you've got Dansby Hayward over there.
Oh, 3 strikeouts again yesterday.
Oh, man. He drove in a run with a fielder's choice. And you've got Nico Horner at second, where that would be the next position for Christopher Morrell.
Yes.
But you got Nico, who's a good player. Look, if they're going to blow it up, he might be a guy they trade. And then you could move Morrell in there. But then you've got James Triantos and Matt Shaw. You got 2 of your best prospects play that position.
You're gonna piss Jack off again. Please.
Why?
Stop talking about Nico Horner. You're going to make him mad.
Shay. We're going to be off next July. Hoodie and I are going for Nico Horner's Hall of Fame induction in Cooperstown, and then we're going to the statue unveiling of the Chris Sale Hall of Fame bust.
Jack, did you do peyote before coming to work yesterday?
I don't know. All I said is shouldn't sell low on Nico Horner. This is what happens.
No, you went way, way beyond that.
This is your fault, Shay. This is your fault. Bad program for AI Jack.
That's it. Computer's overheating.
I'll look at the code.
This is all on you. You're supposed to program him well. And now he's gone. You put in the Shay code, and then he went over the top.
Yeah, he's first take Jack in there.
This is all Shay's fault. Shay, can you squeeze in one more before around the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Jack McGrath, I got in here this morning, and he told me he has been invited to a 5-year high school reunion.
What?
5 years. These people have been out of college for a year. Many probably are super seniors, and they're running a 5-year reunion. I famously did not attend my 10-year reunion because I don't care about most of these people. Mm-hmm. And frankly, with social media, I can keep up with the people I want to keep up with without having to go and see them on a given date for a 10-year or 20-year whatever reunion. Shot or no shot? Shot or no shot?
Yes, shot or no shite.
High school reunions have been rendered obsolete by social media.
Yeah, it's a shot. I've never been to a high school reunion.
Neither have I.
And I got out in 78.
Yeah, neither have I.
Never gone. I was going to go to one, and my son Alex had appendicitis, had to have surgery, and I went, I'm going to be with him at the hospital.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. The people that, I think Shay has it right, the people that you knew in high school, you're friends with on Facebook, and so you already know what's happening in their day-to-day lives. What's the conversation if you already speak through social media, or maybe have their phone numbers?
Right.
What do you want to see? You see them. This high school reunion was great before social media.
Correct.
Oh, I haven't talked to you in 10 years. I haven't seen you in 20 years. Where'd you move to? Oh, my God. 5 years? Let it go.
Correct.
So are you wearing the Letterman's jacket, Jack, when you go in there?
No, I don't think so. I can't think of anything to talk about.
Are you going?
No, I don't know. I liked my high school, but 5 years is just so soon.
I don't know is not the answer. No is the answer.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a no.
5 years is pretty sudden. You just saw them. You were just sharing lockers with them.
Yeah.
5, 10.
Where are you living now? Well, same place, my parents' basement. Same place as high school.
5 years isn't even long enough to be sentimental about high school. There's a reason you gotta wait 10. You gotta have nostalgia. 5 years, it's all too recent.
Yeah, I've had...
Bro, I just saw you. We were just sitting in the bleachers watching the varsity basketball game together, the 7:30 tip.
Yeah, I had my 40 year. I haven't gone.
Hey, man,
I'm
listen.
not a huge reunion guy. I'm not a wedding guy. So what do you want me to tell you?
No, I just think, from me, I don't want people from over there in Avenue O asking me for $100, knowing since they know what I do for a living now.
Right.
That's what I don't want.
Correct. Oh, look at him. He's hosting a morning show. Could you help a brother out
Yeah,
here?
exactly. That's the problem. I don't want the guys from Avenue O asking me, hey, you're doing radio, huh? Hear you every morning. Making good money? Yeah. How long you been doing this? 32 years. Yeah. Probably accumulated a lot over the years, huh? Yeah, I got my community money. What's your point? Yeah. I don't want to go into that.
Do you want to sponsor my
exactly
youth group?
Put your hand out. Jeez.
Yeah.
Around the NFL is coming up. Don't forget to Waddle Wednesday. We'll hear from Tommy coming up at 8:35. Kap and J Hood on Chicago's home